that time again for another not-so-normal gaming podcast, featuring your host, MrTechnoSqueek.
I wonder if I should show a little more. You know.
Oh, yes! Oh, God, yes!
Nostalgic Dan 1.
Everything I feel is in this sword. Good.
Come on!
MissRPGJo.
What a dick.
And Quick Freeze 4.
Don't worry. I'll handle the bad guys.
This is a podcast you want to listen to, but first, you gotta press start.
Sonic boom!
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Press Start podcast. This is episode number 72. And I'm one of your hosts, MissRPGJo. And to my left, I have the lovely Quick Freeze 4. How you doing, dude?
Hear that? She called me lovely.
Hey, lovely. You are lovely, Cliver.
Thank you.
Are you doing okay?
I'm doing fantastic. I actually had a really good day today.
Good, good. Want to hear more of that later. And to my right, as always, we have the divine MrTechnoSqueek. He's not feeling too well today. How are you doing, Techno?
Well, except for this, nose problem of mine, I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, okay, Techno. We'll look after you this episode, okay?
Okay.
Good, good. And also, joining us tonight, I'm very excited, because he's a fellow Brit. So, you know, we've got something in common over here. And it is Mr. Steve Ryan. How you doing, Mr. Steve Ryan?
I'm feeling sexy. I'm ready to party.
Yeah, he's sexy.
I'm a sexy boy.
I like that.
So how do you guys feel? Because you're now being taken over by two Brits.
I know, it's the British invasion. Jeez.
Help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know I need someone. Help!
Yeah, so I've got someone to back me up this week.
It doesn't matter. Techno and I can take you guys.
Fight!
Oh, okay, bring it on. Bring it on.
All right. Techno, you got your hypo combos ready?
Yes, I do.
Ultra Combo!
All right.
So yeah, I guess we should maybe ask Steve a few questions, seeing as he's a guest on the podcast. So yeah, Steve, if you want to tell us a little bit about yourself before we carry on, and then we'll get into all the shenanigans.
I used to have a pretty successful YouTube channel, but got bored with that one.
Yeah, you recently stopped making videos, right?
Yeah, it was mainly due to work and new things, and as well as that, the whole trollage thing. So yeah, I quit with that. But with regard to gaming, I'm still mad into that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever lose that, will you?
No, absolutely not.
So, yeah, you're still around, aren't you? I mean, you're still in contact with your friends. You're still big on Skype, and you're on Twitter every now and again. So you are still around. You've just decided just to call it a day on the YouTube scene, which I can't blame you, dude. You know, certain things do get a bit much after so long, don't they?
Yeah. I've got a PS3 account. I've got a 3DS friend code thing. So yeah, I'm still available in that respect.
Yeah, because Steve's actually quite a veteran, because you started quite a while back on YouTube, didn't you? So you've been around for quite a while, really.
Yeah, I was kind of around the same time as Pete Dorr and the early starters, and then it just boomed. It went crazy. Everybody's doing it now.
Yeah. So yeah, we've got Steve joining us, which I'm sure will be eventful. It's always eventful.
Just wait till I get drunk.
It's always eventful when you've got Steve in your party. So yeah, guys, over to you. What any exciting news this week?
Oh yeah, we got a couple of news stories, don't we, Techno?
Yeah.
But we'll get into that a little bit later. We want to, Steve. What's your favorite game, genre game or systems?
I would go with RPGs.
Ah, we got another RPG person.
Oh my god.
Probably Chrono Trigger, I would say.
Techno's here. Techno's in the back of a corner, man.
I spent a lot of time with... Sorry.
Go on, Steve, sorry.
I spent a lot of time on Dragon Quest 9 on the DS, about 100 hours into that one.
Really, 100 hours?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long that game took me. I love that game, though. It's so good. So good.
I played it on 3DS, so it kept a log in the thingamajig that tells you the time, how long you've played, and it was over 100 hours.
Oh, really? Shit. Yeah, I forget how long I spent that time. Joe, how long did it take you to beat that game?
That game probably about 60 hours, but it's one of them games you can go back to because there's so much to do in it. I can totally understand where he's coming from with 100 hours. You could definitely rack that up. But I just kind of went for the main story because that was my first entry into the Dragon Quest series. I'd never played one before, so I didn't know what I was getting into. But yeah, brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant game. I'm actually now starting Dragon Quest 4. So that's critically acclaimed to being one of the best ones. So I'm hoping it's going to be cool.
Yeah, there's the side quests as well. It's a case of whether you bothered doing any of them or not. I didn't do them all. So I mean, I didn't fully complete it.
I like the collecting of the treasure, the treasure maps of the dungeons. So those were my favorite. But
yeah, I think the only thing that outdoes that on my list would be Mario Kart 7, which I'm pretty sure everyone's done 100 plus hours on that.
Oh, dude, I'm like
God.
200 plus on that one.
I can't remember. I think I told you, Steve, didn't I? I can't even remember what mine was. It was something stupid like 279 hours. Crazy.
Wowzers.
Crazy. Yeah, we sure did get our money's worth when it comes to that game. That's for sure.
Did you guys get the golden card pieces?
Yeah, I've got them all now. Have you got them, Steve?
Yeah, I've got everything. I'm pretty sure I've unlocked everything anyway.
Oh, those are a pain in the ass to get.
So yeah, that's what's your favourite genre, Steve. So what do you really play on a regular basis? Are you more retro or more current gen?
I play a lot of DS, a lot of Game Boy via my GameCube, and at the moment I'm playing the PS3 because I got it for Christmas.
Yeah.
Currently, Heavy Rain would be my favourite game.
How are you liking that?
I've completed it twice. I think.
Oh, obviously you're liking it then.
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Well, I watched my partner Tom. I watched him play it, and he got like one of the worst endings. I don't obviously want to give it away for anybody, but he got the worst ending possible. And he was like really, really annoyed that he just went out the next day and sold it. He was like, I'm not playing that game again. But yeah, it looked a really cool game when I was watching him play it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think there's about 14 different endings.
Yeah, there's something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But you've also got a pretty big GameCube collection, because I've seen it myself. It's quite impressive. You like the Game Boy, you like your handhelds, don't you?
Yeah. I wouldn't say Nintendo fanboy, but most of my stuff is Nintendo with regard to collection. And I've got a pretty hefty PS1 collection as well. But yeah, it's all old school stuff. You know, you're talking, say, R-Type, NBA Jam, Worms, Actual Soccer, Silent Hill, Resident Evil 1, Doom, that kind of thing. With regard to PS1. The Cube, I've got like Monkey Ball, Midway Classics, all the Resident Evils on the GameCube. And the other two, which I'm not that keen on, to be honest, on the PS3. 5 and 6 are a bit of a disappointment to me.
Yeah.
Resident Evil.
I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think 5 wasn't horrific, but 6 I really can't get on with?
Resident Evil 5 and 6?
Yeah.
5 was alright. Like, I played 5 twice. Once alone, once with a friend. And it was okay. It was an action game, but 6 killed the franchise for me. I'll never buy a Resident Evil game because of 6 again. Like, Resident Evil 6 was all action for me. It was stupid. It was like an hour and a half worth of story and like 18 hours of zombie, zombie, zombie. I'm like, come on, guy, this is boring. That's how I saw 6.
Yeah, 6 kind of, for me, tried to be more kind of heavy rainish, like a interactive movie with all the. It's mainly tapping buttons and going under things, and it's just not. It didn't feel right. It felt weird. It felt like a completely different game to me.
It was all action. You know what? The one thing that truly pissed me off was the main villain. He had like 12 different transformations, and they were all like he transformed into like a T-Rex, a moth, a giant beetle, a Subarus character, and I'm just like, dude, will you just freaking die? Like, it just dragged on way too long.
Yeah, I've beat the B thing, the first one with Leon. I'm halfway through Chrissy's campaign, and I just can't get on with it, so I just put it down and started playing Red Faction, the Gorilla one, which is good, it's fun. You're just running around with a hammer like a maniac, smashing stuff up. I don't know if you've played it, but it's a good game.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's good fun, and it's relatively cheap. I think I paid about £5, so I don't know what that would be in dollars, but it's cheap.
So I got a funny story that happened to me today.
There was story time.
Yeah, it's switched. It's usually Techno that says the stories.
No, this was so cool. I couldn't wait to tell you guys this. I was at the mall, and you know those they have this like currency exchange places where you could exchange the U.S. dollars for like another currency of another country. And instantly I thought of you, Joe, because like, who else do I know? And I went up to the guy, and I didn't want to like exchange any money. I just wanted to like look at it just to see what it looked like. And I'm like, yeah, can I get like 5 quid?
5 quid?
Yeah, 5 quid. Because like I didn't know. Like I went up to him like, can I get 5 quid? And the guy looked at me because he doesn't know what quid is. I guess So he's just like, 5 what? I'm like, quid. He's like, what is that?
I bet they don't know what quid is, do they?
Exactly. So this guy gave me this like wicked blank stare. He's like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, quid, like British money. He's like, are you talking about pounds? I'm like, yeah, British pounds. And he's like, oh, okay. So he like, and so he went to like, to do the exchange, and I wasn't actually exchanging money. I just wanted to like see it, look at it, just see what it looked like. And I could just tell him like the fire in his eyes that he was not pleased with me. Because like he didn't know what quid was, and then 2, I wasn't doing any transaction with him. That was just a funny
see
story.
The money. I don't want anything. I just want to see it.
Well, like I could go online and see it, but I was just like, I was there at the mall, and I'm just like, I want
I'll
to see
tell you what, Clive. Next time I send you something, I'll put in a £5 note for you.
I just thought it was so hilarious.
One and feel it for yourself.
Feel it for myself, like caress it. Yeah. No, I just wanted to see what it looked like, and after the whole experience, I'm like, oh, I gotta tell Joe. It'll be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe I actually went quid, because like whenever I say like, oh, I pay like 10 quid, and I talk to Americans or Canadians, they're like, quid? What's quid? I was like, it's like slang, because like obviously you have dollars, right? And you call it bucks, right? Yeah. So you go, oh, I paid $20 for this. So I always, well, it's the same thing. Instead of going, can I have that was £20? It sounds so prim and proper. We just go, oh, it costs 20 quid. Or it costs like, I don't know about you, Steve, but we go, if something costs like 100 quid, we'll go, oh, it costs a wanna. We do a bit of slang over here.
Well, there's squid as well, isn't there?
Yeah, the squid, yeah. But it's pretty much the same as what you guys have. You have your slang words for your currency as well, so.
Yeah. You should have just seen the look on the guy's face.
I bet.
Oh, it was so I just had to tell you that story. It was great, though.
Oh, that's awesome. So, cool. So, Techno.
Yes.
Are you still with us, Techno?
Yes.
What's happened to the story?
What happened to the story?
Mm-hmm.
I can't really think of one.
He's too sick to come up with a story. Don't worry, I got your back, dude.
Okay. I'll have one next time. Next
episode?
Yes, next episode, cool. I'll have a story.
Oh, good.
What are your favorite games, Clive?
My favorite games?
Yes.
Currently? Or of all time?
No, I meant current, as in...
Current?
No, yeah.
Um...
I'm going to go with Heavy Rain again, I guess. I don't know.
Well, actually, right now I'm playing... we're going to talk about games we've been playing, but, like, right now I'm really into, the Naruto Powerful Shippuden for the 3DS.
Oh.
I played the demo for that. It's quite a cool game.
I like it. It's like it's this pick up and put down game. Each mission takes about like actually not even like 5 minutes. They're actually really short missions, but it's just really cool. It's just like it's a funny, over the top Naruto game, and they break the fourth wall like so many times. It just makes it hilariously funny, and I love it. It actually convinced me to like start watching the anime again. And, like, that's pretty much what I was doing all DS, is just watching Naruto, like, online and shit.
Yeah, I noticed on Facebook you was watching Naruto.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's probably my current favorite game right now. What about you, Techno?
Right now?
Yeah.
Probably Super Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
For right now. And, I've been playing a little bit of stuff, but we'll get into that later.
Over you, Joe.
Mine's going to be quite generic because I've been playing quite a lot of it this week, but it's Ni no Kuni. Now I know I said I would have it completed by the next episode, but it is totally my fault that I haven't, and there's a reason for that. It's not because I couldn't get it completed, it's because I didn't want to, because I actually progressed even further. And I got to the point where literally I'm at the end. I cannot go no further. I'm at the end of the game. But I didn't go any further, and I just went and progressed with the side missions. And I just got hooked on them. I had like a backlog of like side missions to do. So I just thought, oh, you know what? I don't really want this game to finish yet. So instead of beating the final boss, I might as well go and do all the side missions. So I played it for like 10 hours this week. Just like racking up all the side missions, leveling up my familiars. So yeah, that's pretty much my favourite one of what I'm playing anyway. So yeah, how about you, Steve? Obviously you said Heavy Rain, probably.
Yeah, a lot of fun. I didn't think I'd like it. To begin with, it's somewhat boring. You've got Ethan brushing his teeth, and it seems like it's going to be a bit of a chore. And then after his son disappears, it gets really intense and quite addictive. It's like, I want to know what happens next, And with the multiple endings and kind of spin-off bits and twists, it turns out to be quite interesting. And as I say, I've completed it twice already, and looking forward to seeing some other endings.
Yeah, that's how I felt when playing it too. Is like I want to see what happens next. And you know what it reminded me? It reminded me of the Saw series.
Yeah, totally, because he's got the 5 trials, I believe. Is it 5 or 4? Something like that.
Yeah, some 4 or 5. But yeah, like you had that moral decision. Like, do you want to go through it, or do you want to be a coward and not go through it? And it's just like, yeah, and that's where like the different endings take place. Is like you choose what you do in the games. Like, but yeah, you totally get hooked with that character and what he has to go through.
Yeah, well, there's multiple, isn't there? You play as Shelby, Ethan.
Yeah, there's 4 different characters, but I'm mainly just talking about like the main guy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's a great game.
You can either let him die or let him live, I suppose.
Yeah.
Depending on his skill.
I didn't want anyone to die in that game. So, Steve, what's like what got you into like playing video games in the first place? Like, we all have our own like stories and how we got into the community, but how did you first start playing video games?
I'd probably be about 4 or 5. My dad bought a Spectrum, and we had Daily Thompson. Sorry, tongue-tied. We had Daily Thompson's Decathlon, and we're like wiggling the joystick back and forth like crazy men. It's similar to track and field in the arcade, but you wiggle the joystick back and forth. And he just bought it home one night, and that's pretty much it. Once you've got the Spectrum, Then we were logging things like IK Plus, and then on, from the Spectrum to the Amiga, to the Nintendo, to the Mega Drive, and on and on and on and on. So yeah, that's pretty much the story. My dad.
What about you guys?
I think I mentioned mine before. It was Tom actually that got me into gaming. I wasn't really a big gamer back when I was a kid. I had a Mega Drive and I had a PlayStation, but once those kind of, once I'd played them, I sold them and moved on, and I was a typical teenager, so I wasn't really into games. But as soon as I met Tom, he was massively playing Phantasy Star Online, the first one that came out on Dreamcast. I know, woohoo! But yeah, he was massive playing that online. He was playing it on the PC, so he was doing it through the hack servers, and I just kept watching him play this game every night, and I was like, you know what? If you can't beat them, join them, I was losing my boyfriend to this game, basically, and I thought, you know what, he's not going to come off this game, so I might as well just join him. And I could see him having a laugh with his friends, and I thought, you know what, sod it, I'll give it a go. So we installed it on my laptop, and the rest is history. I got hook, line, and sinker. I really did, and that's where my love for RPGs started, because I actually realised that I loved the grinding and the levelling up, because it was so rewarding. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still love platformers and, the normal action-based games, but there was nothing quite like putting all your time and effort into an RPG. I mean, you could basically say, Phantasy Star Online, it isn't like, I don't know, like a Fire Emblem game, it isn't that in-depth, but basically, you just level up your character. But I just got addicted to it. And Tom was coming home from work, and, I was still sat on the laptop. He was like, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? She's still on the game.
Monster.
Yeah. So yeah, I have Tom to thank for that, and that's why Phantasy Star Online holds a special place in my heart, and I cannot wait for Phantasy Star Online 2 to come out this year. Whenever it's going to be announced, please announce it. So yeah, that's mine.
I would have to say it was probably my grandma, and I've probably said this about a million times on here, but yeah, she was she bought a regular Nintendo for my uncle, her son, and I was born in 1990 August, and they still had the Nintendo, and they had a bunch of games, Contra, Zelda, Mario, and I would always watch her play Dr. Mario, Zelda, Super Mario 3, and I still don't understand how she can still remember where everything is at in Zelda without a walkthrough. She's like, oh, hey, burn this brush here, and then you'll get, something special or whatever. And I'm like, how do you still remember this? And so, yeah, pretty much. And then my cousins on my dad's side, they had the Sega Genesis, and that's where my love for Sonic and Sega began. Sega! And then the rest is history, they say.
That was beautiful, man.
I know. What about you, Kyle?
Well, for me, my first experience with games, I was over a friend's house, and his brother was actually playing the NES at the time while we were playing He-Man and Ninja Turtle action figures. And we went over to where my friend's brother was playing. He was playing the NES, Mega Man 2. He was going through Crash Man's level. No, Quick Man's level, and he was trying to dodge all the laser beams that if you touch him, you die. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life, because I've never seen a video game before in my life. And since that day, I've been begging my parents, I gotta have it, give it to me. And then one day we were going to like my brother's t-ball baseball game, and I forgot my glove because I always bring my glove, and I tripped and fell, and I smashed my chin on the concrete, splitting it open, and had to get stitches. And my parents got me the NES because they felt really bad that I got like stitches in my chin. So that's how I got the NES, and that's why it's like my favorite system, because it's like I fell in love with it, and I had to get it through blood and pain. That's why I have a goatee too, because there's a scar.
Oh, so that explains it.
I showed it in a video. It's like this is what happened. I did like a question and answer thing, and someone asked me about my goatee, and I shaved it off, and I'm like, this is why I have a goatee, because I pointed to the scar. So.
Oh. You learn something new every day.
Groovy!
So what would you guys recommend picking up?
Do you want to know current gen or retro?
Anything.
Anything. Well, I'll tell you something that I do recommend picking up, and it's something that you recommend to me, Steve, and it's that Kura Kura on the GBA.
Oh, you got it then?
Yeah, I got it. It came 2 days ago, and I've been playing the shit out of it. Obviously, I'll get into it when we've been talking about what we've been playing, but it's a really, really, really good game. I really, really like it.
Isn't it?
It really
Addictive
is.
as hell.
It's very Japanesey, but you told me that anyway. It's called, I think it's called Kura Kura. It's pronounced Kuru Kuru. So Kura Kura, I think.
I just call it coring. I don't know.
It's I'm just looking at the back of the box now. It's basically like a puzzler, but it's very, very quirky. It's quite pretty cheap to pick up now. I got it a boxed copy and mint condition for like £9. But yeah, if anybody's into their quirky little handheld games that don't get much recognition, because I didn't know anything about this game at all until Steve mentioned it to me. And I looked some gameplay up on YouTube, and it's a really, really fun game. It's colourful, like I say, it's very Japanesey, and it just kills time basically. You know, it's just a pick up and play game. But yeah, I think I'd recommend that for anybody that's a handheld fan. Anyway, it's called Kura Kura, and then the subtitle is like Kurin, Kura Kura Kurin. So I'm not sure if it came out in the States. I'm sure it did, but it's region free anyway, the GBA, so there's no excuse. So yeah, give it a go, guys.
I got one. You guys ever hear of Kickle Cubicle for the NES?
Can't say I have, no.
Yeah,
No.
you're like a Pac-Man, aren't you?
It's not really like Pac-Man, but basically what it is you play this like little Eskimo character, and it's a puzzle game, but you're on this island of ice, and there's enemies around, and basically the goal of each stage is to collect 3 bags of gold, but you have the ability to freeze your enemies and turn them into ice cubes. And what you do is you got to push the ice cubes into the water because you're on an island of ice, and you basically have to make a path to get these gold bags of gold. Now, like, it's really easy at the beginning, but later you have like springs, you have like hammers that like whack the ice cubes away. You have more enemies. You have enemies that can freeze you. It's like this really cool puzzle game, and like once you get to the end of each area, you got to fight a boss by throwing like ice cubes at him, or like there's one guy that's like a clown, you got to throw beach balls at him. But it's like a really cool puzzle game. I recommend it. It's like one of my favorites.
I would say if you like beat 'em ups, hack and slash, I'd say, and you like mobile suits, get the Dynasty Warriors Gundam 3.
I knew you were going with that one.
Yeah. If you like Gundam, you should already have it, and because it has like so many characters from each series, it's awesome. So yeah, if you like hack and slash, it is a good time. Hey, what's that what was that game you said? Because I totally didn't get it to write it down. I totally forgot.
Kickle Cubicle?
How do you spell that?
Kickle Kickle,
Kick.
and then cubicle is
L-E,
CU.
Kickle,
Yeah.
Cubicle?
Yeah.
I've heard
Okay,
of
I
it.
got it.
I thought it was like a Pac-Man maze thing. I must be getting massively confused with something else.
No, it's a puzzle game like Pac-Man, but you don't go through a maze. You actually create your own pathways.
Is it like on an elastic band, flipping from one prong to another?
It has springs in it
Yeah.
that you can shoot your ice, and the ice will go back and forth, bouncing off the springs.
I might be getting mixed up with another game, but it was... I've definitely played it, but you're talking the best part of 10 years ago, so I'm not honestly sure. I can't remember.
Yeah, look it up. It's a good one. So, I have another one though. Goof Troop on the Super Nintendo.
Oh my gosh.
You
Yes.
played this?
Oh god. It's like one of the best co-op experiences ever.
Yes. Basically this is Goof Troop based off the cartoon on Disney Afternoon that ran here. It's made by Capcom, and basically it's a puzzle game. And you either play as Goofy or your son Max, and it's better if you play with a friend. And basically you have to use both characters to get through this stage. There's a couple stages, like a jungle, a cave, pirate ship. I think there's a volcano level. But basically you go from... It almost plays like the original Zelda, where you go from screen to screen.
Yeah.
And you have to solve different puzzles on how to get by. And you can pick up items like grappling hooks or rocks or various different things. It's been a while since I played it, but it's a really great puzzle game, especially if you're playing with two players.
I have that damn theme song stuck in my head now.
Goof Troop, long we live forever. I'm gonna look it up.
Oh no.
Do you guys, Joe, you have any more recommendations? Yeah.
Not recently. Just trying to think what I've been playing. I can only really recommend the 3DS game Style Boutique, but nobody gives a shit about that game.
I do. Tell me.
Awesome!
I'm not gonna go into that game. I'm not.
No, tell me. I want to know how well your shop is doing.
Well, my shop is doing awesome.
Well, why is it doing awesome?
Well, you know, I kind of thrive at this game. You know, I know what I'm doing now. You know, I've got a really, really cool shop. You know, I'm not going to go into it too much.
No, go into it. I want to hear it.
No, you don't stop lying to me. No, you don't.
I do too. Why would I say I do when I don't? Don't tell me, please.
Well, if I really, you know, big this game up, are you going to go out and buy it?
No, but tell me about it. I'm interested in you not telling me about it.
In all seriousness, for, you know, if there's any girls out there listening, or even boys for that matter, because there are a few boys that are playing this game, and I know who they are. I've seen a few people pick this game up.
Shut up.
Yeah, all one of them, Steve. But yeah, it's a good pick up and play game. You know, I'm probably not even halfway through the game yet, but it's very addicting. If you like the sort of game where, you know, you've got to manage, you know, your shop and you run it, you decide what sort of fashion goes. It's the fact that it's fashion orientated, I think, that puts people off, which, to be honest, it did put me off, because I'm not a girly girl in any form whatsoever. I'm not girly at all. I cannot stand fashion or anything. So it put me off for the longest time. But I played the demo, and like I say, I played my niece's game, and I just really found myself enjoying it. And to be honest, I don't really care what the game's about. If it's good fun and it keeps me entertained for a couple of hours, then yeah. So yeah, I would recommend that. I wouldn't say, for people out there, don't overlook it. Even if you are a guy, just don't overlook it. Just download the demo and see what you think. Because like I say, I know a few guys that have picked it up and they've really, really been enjoying it. So yeah, that would be my next one.
I've got a cool one.
I got a question for Joe first. Could you go to other people's shops?
Yeah, of course.
Really? So if I make this like death metal fashion shop, you can visit it?
Death metal.
Well, why not? Death metal
so
can be
you
fashion.
can make you can there's different categories of fashion of what you want on the game, and once you get your own shop, because you don't get it to start off with, but as soon as you get high enough and you get your own shop, you can then choose what theme you want, and you can choose a rock theme if you wanted. And then I could connect to you, and I could go to your shop, and I could buy items from your shop, and you can buy items from mine.
Okay, well, the next question will convince me to buy this game or not.
Okay.
Can you design superhero costumes or something like that?
Oh, fuck.
If you can, I'll go and buy this game right now. Or at least after the podcast.
Well, you can't design... Well, you can't... Obviously, they don't sell capes and Crusader outfits in the shop, either.
Spider-Man doesn't have a cape. It doesn't have to have capes.
Okay. Well, you can mix and match your outfit. So if you see a top and a pair of pants that look quite, hero...
Excuse me.
Then, yeah, you could... I guess you could get your... And, to look a bit superhero-ish. Oh, what am I kidding? You can't fucking look like a superhero.
Oh, you had me! Oh. You had
I'm sorry,
me.
Cliver, no. You can't look like a superhero.
You totally backed down. You almost...
No. I can't lie to you, Cliver.
Yeah, you can, and you were doing such a good job of it, too.
But, yeah. Come on, guys. If you're on the fence about, trying this game out, at least try the... Cliver, do me one favour. Try the demo. Do that for me.
Alright, you know what?
For next week's podcast, at least try the demo and let me know what you think.
I am on the eShop right now downloading the demo.
Cool.
So. Good. Steve, you said you had another game?
Yeah, I would say give it a whirl, especially kids, younger generation. The Ultimate Megadrive Collection.
Oh.
Because you've got
That's
40,
the Sonic one?
You've got 40 games on there.
It's the same one we got, but it's called, over here,
Genesis.
it's called Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection.
Oh, I love that thing.
Yeah, it's pretty cheap as well. I mean, you've got Sonic, Streets of Rage, Golden Axe, Echo. I'm not a big fan of Echo, but it's okay.
I don't think anyone is.
Dude, I love Echo.
Series.
And he got all...
I don't know what's up with me. I'm sneezing my ass off.
Is it very... Techno, did you give him your cold?
I might have.
I caught it over Sky. Awesome.
Yeah, jerk. Jeez.
But yeah, it has all the old fancy stars, because you can unlock the first one.
Dude, that game has Comic Zone in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I fucking love Comic Zone.
It's got the old trophy going on as well, I believe. Yeah, it does. It has trophies.
It's a good game. Well, we've got it on the Xbox. We've got, that's my claim to fame. I have 100% achievement score on that game. So I do play some retro. I know I don't really go on about retro very much on this podcast, but yeah, I've played that and we have got 100% achievement score on that. It's a cool game, and like Steve said, it's really cheap to pick up now. It's worth getting.
You know what's another good game that's also on that collection is Dynamite Heady.
Yeah, it's like brilliant because around about the £10, £15 mark for 40 games it blows my mind, because I used to pay £40 per game for each of them games back when I was a kid on a paper round. They meant more to me then, but it's still great.
Joe, we have a problem.
Oh no, what?
There is 2 demos for style-savvy trendsetters.
Why?
There's a fashion contest demo and a shopping spree demo.
Oh shit. I downloaded them both.
Alright, I'm getting them both.
because I really don't know which one it is, because on the European eShop there's only one demo, so I really don't know.
Okay, I'm getting them both. I'm committing to this.
And you're so going to love it. You really are. And you're going to come on and you're going to go, you know what, Joe was right.
I
love
really
this
hope
game.
that doesn't happen.
Yeah, because if I love it, you're going to get it, too.
Yeah, Techno.
Alright, I got one demo. I'm getting the other one right now.
What was that one game? It's on the Mega Drive collection. Like, you're this dude. You're like a mummy.
Oh,
Decap
Attack.
Yes. Yeah. Like, I love that game. I never played it when it on the original system because I never knew about it. It was, one of the older, older games. And yeah, I love that game.
It's I think it's called Magical Flying Hat in Japan, but yeah, it's the same game anyway. You play as I don't know what you'd class it as, but someone that slings a hat rather than the head. I don't know. I've only played the Mummy version, but I do know there is 2 different versions of the game. Yeah, it's got some good stuff on there. Alex Kidd, Kid Chameleon, Vector Man, Colin.
I love Kid Chameleon.
Shinobi 3. Absolutely.
Oh, God. Oh, yes.
Dude, I never liked Shinobi. Something about that game, it just doesn't click with me.
3's good. I know what you mean, though. It is a bit basic, just jump and slash.
Techno likes it, though.
3 is good. Give it a whirl, if you haven't already.
Oh, you know what's also on there? Is 2 of the greatest games I've ever played. Shining Force 1 and 2. Oh my god, I love Shining Force. It's a great tactical RPG. If you like Fire Emblem, you're gonna love Shining Force.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah. So, absolutely love it. I must have played that game so much with my brother back in the day.
Yeah, that's what I would. That's what I would recommend personally. If particularly for a kid and his paper round money, he's going to get 40 decent games for around about the £10-15 mark.
Yeah, that's a good one. Trying to think what else I can recommend that's good.
Well, I would recommend, since the third one is pretty much on its way on March 26th, I know for Steam, I would recommend the first BioShock. And no one approves.
No, it's good. I was waiting for you to finish. Oh. I was waiting for you to finish. I love BioShock.
Yeah, I could do with some more recommendations for the PS3 because I've only had it since Christmas.
Let's see. Yeah. What do I have for PS3?
BioShock is amazing. It blew my mind when I first saw it.
I'm making all of that right now.
Let's see, what do I got for PS3?
All the HD collections.
Pretty disappointed, to be honest, with a lot of the PS3 stuff. It's just run and gun stuff.
You can get the Jack and Daxter collection for the PS3.
Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I didn't play Ratchet and Clank, so I can't recommend that one. Let's see, Infamous. Have you played the Infamous games?
Oh God.
No, not yet.
Oh, if you like moral choices like good or bad, and you like destruction and just people throwing lightning everywhere, you're gonna like. Especially if you like superheroes, you're gonna love Infamous. But it's more about the moral choices throughout the game that makes you either good or evil.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. I'm up for anything because they are, for some reason, PS3 games relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Whereas Super Nintendo and Game Boy have gone crazy. So I'm glad I've got a hefty collection.
Yeah, a lot of retro stuff are going up in price. So
I was looking at some of the Castlevanias, and if you've got a box for, say, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, for Game Boy, it's upward of £100. It's insane. It's fucking bonkers.
wow.
But yeah,
It's so funny.
PS3 wise, Heavy Rain, Red Faction.
You can go the Uncharted route. Those are good games.
Uncharted 2's good, yeah. Played that, and the Mega Drive collection's about the only thing that really floats my boat. I don't see much on there that I like.
Heavenly Sword.
Never tried it, but again, as I say, I'm a bit of a PS3 virgin. I got it at Christmas.
Okay. It's kind of like God of War, really, but you play as a woman, and you get all these different weapons, and it's basically just your typical hack and slash game like God of War. And halfway through it, you actually switch to another character who has like, she's kind of like a long range character where you have to shoot a bow and you can actually move the arrow around by how you're holding the controller. So it has like a lot of motion controls in it. But it's a really good game. I recommend it. So I forget the woman's name in the game.
Heavenly Sword.
Heavenly Sword. If you like God of War, then I would say give it a try.
I wasn't overly keen on God of War 3. I actually played it today. A friend lent it. And I just find myself jumping around on a tree, stabbing at stuff, and found it somewhat boring, to be honest. I'm probably in the minority there, but you feel like you've got no control over what you're doing. It's more a case of watching cutscenes while you do things. I want to be jumping around like Mario, being an idiot, and I've got complete control, fireballing and doing whatever I want to do.
Infamous might be good for you then.
Yeah.
Because you could just go nuts and just destroy everything.
Well, that's why I like Red Faction. I can just run around with a hammer smashing the shit out of things. It's fun. Sound like a maniac, but yeah.
Let's see. Like those types
Mirror's
of
Edge isn't turning me on either, and that's supposed to be amazing, but it's too much hassle. It's like tap this, tap that, do this, do that.
That game made me feel sick.
Yeah, I was playing it on a CRT, so you can imagine you've got the stupid cutting going on.
I played the demo of that. I didn't really care for it.
Tom loved it. Absolutely loved it. But I watched him play it and I said, I don't know how you can play this game. This game makes me feel sick. You know, with the high buildings and everything, it just makes you like go, oh.
Picked up a ton of stuff for it since Christmas, and I'm not impressed with the majority of it. There's been like 3 games out of maybe 40 that I've liked.
Yeah, see, a lot of the games are multi-platform, so what you can pick on the PS3, you can get on the Xbox as well. But when it comes to exclusives, definitely give Infamous a try. Definitely.
Yeah, I've not tried that, so I can't comment.
Obviously, you've tried the Uncharted series and you like that, so yeah, definitely try the others as well in the series.
Have you tried the Batman Arkham games?
No, but I've heard
Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, like, they're really good Batman games. Especially, like, and if you like sandbox games, kind of like, I'm going to use Grand Theft Auto as a reference, except you don't steal cars in the Batman game. It's kind of like that, where you're going from place to place and you got to do different things. But it's really good. There's so many Batman villains, so many cameos in there. I can't recommend that one, both of them, enough.
Yeah, I'll be making a list, mate, because I do need some decent PS3 games.
You should get the first one, Arkham Asylum, really cheap. It's been out for a while. Arkham City just came out with a Game of the Year edition not too long ago, so with all the DLC, so you might want to get that one as well, if you're interested.
Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Red Faction's kind of sandbox, I suppose, and I enjoy that. He's running around like a crazy person, doing pretty much what you want, or you can do a mission. I quite enjoy that kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to play Infamous, start with the first one, because it's like Mass Effect, with the whole thing where it carries over, kind of like, you don't like make a character, but your character does, you know, transfer over to the sequel, to where like if you start out as a good guy and finish the first one as a good guy, you'll be a good guy in the second one at the beginning. You turn
into a bad guy. I'm only joking.
No, you can totally do
I
that.
have no idea.
You could be a good guy in the first game and a bad guy in the second game. You could totally do that.
I'll have to try it, so I have no idea. My voice is going crispy.
Another good one is Nier. You should probably try Nier.
How's that pronounced? Well spelled.
It's spelled Nier. And what it is, it's kind of like, it's an action RPG where you play as he's not a warrior, but he's a father, and he's trying to protect his daughter, keep her alive, because she's very, very ill. He's doing all these different things to keep her well, and she's not terminally ill, but she's just like, you know, kind of like stuck at home, bedridden. But like, you meet all these like
HIV rather than AIDS.
Yeah, something like that. But you meet all these interesting characters. Like, there's a talking book. There's a girl who's running around in her undergarments, like her panties and shit, and she's wicked foul-mouthed. Like, she says, well, not fuck, but she just swears and says bitch, and just is really, really crude. I recommend it. The soundtrack in that game is fucking amazing too. One of the best soundtracks I've ever heard in my entire life. So
yeah, I think Heavy Rain's like that. It sets the mood, gets you kind of.
It really does. Like, you can go across the one end to the field to the other and just listen to the soundtrack, and I'm like, wow. And I actually went out and bought the soundtrack. It's an amazing soundtrack, and it's relatively cheap. I got mine on the 360, but you can also get it for the PS3. I got mine for like $6. It's really cheap.
Look into that one.
Yeah, it's
I
if you
shall
like
eBay it later.
I bet you're gonna find it really cheap. I can tell you that.
Well, if it's cheap, I don't care. I mean, it's not wasted money because I'll just sell it back.
Yeah.
But if you're recommending it, then hopefully it's good.
I don't think I have any more recommendations for the PS3.
Me neither.
Because it's rubbish.
Because it's rubbish.
Does not the Little Big Planet series interest you, Steve?
I will be getting Little Big Planet, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's good for what it is. I mean, if you like your platformers, you know, it's a good little game. Especially numbers. I mean, I'm playing the one on the Vita at the minute, but I've got number 2 at the minute. I haven't played it yet. There's a free download for PlayStation Plus, but I played all the way through number 1. They're good games for what they are. Wouldn't you agree? Have you two played them, Techno and Fiverr?
Yeah, I have 1 and 2 on the PS3, and then I got the one for the PSP. I don't have the Vita one yet. I'm not sure if I want it. But,
the Vita one's really good. It's really good.
Well,
if you're looking for another Vita game, I definitely suggest that, because it's a really good game.
Well, what makes it good? Because this is how I play the game. Is I go through the levels. I play the story. I don't really go online that much, and I don't make levels. So like,
no, neither have I. I've not made any levels yet. I have teetered with it. I've gone onto it, but I've not really made any levels, and I've not played online. But for me, these games are meant to be on a handheld. I can get engrossed into them more being on a handheld because they're platformers. Just the level design, everything about it. I mean, obviously, it is still Little Big Planet. It's still like pretty much what number one was. But if you enjoyed number one, I would definitely say go and give it a go because, you know, it's cheap enough now to just, you know, it's a pick up and play game. It's a decent enough title. It's not rubbish by any means. It's a very good game. It really is.
I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah, if you enjoyed the first one, give it a go. I'd definitely say give it a go.
But you guys want to get in some news or something?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, go for it, Techno. Go.
Alright, let's do this thing. Everyone knows about the whole... Everyone knows about the whole SimCity EA thing. The SimCity server capacity increased by 120%. Company to offer free PC game for troubles. SimCity developer Max's Senior Vice President of General Manager Lucy Bradshaw gave a brief update last night of the game's unstable condition, noting the company is committed to fixing the game. Would have been better if the game would have been working in the 5 days since its North American launch, but what can you do at this point? How about a free game? Sure, as since March 18th, SimCity players who have activated their game will receive an email, likely the one tied to their Origin account, explaining how to redeem the free game. Quote, in the last 48 hours, we increased server capacity by 120%, unquote, wrote Bradshaw. Quote, it's working. The number of people who have gotten in and built cities has improved dramatically. The number of distributed experiences has dropped by roughly 80%. She went on to say, so we're close to fixed. That's like not even, they must have screwed up on that, but not quite there. I'm hoping to post another update this weekend to let everyone know that the launch issues are behind us, unquote. So, I don't know what, like, free game they're getting. Probably like an older SimCity. That would really suck. Like
I don't know, the older SimCities are pretty good.
They don't even tell, it doesn't even show or anything about what free PC game they're, you know, giving away, so yeah, SimCity.
Have you guys like noticed that like every time like somebody or some company screws up, you know, they're offering like free games now?
Yeah.
Like a buttload. Like the one that just happened was Sly Cooper for the PS3. If you bought that, you were supposed to get the Vita version for free, but I heard that like the Vita version wasn't ready or it was pushed back or something. So to apologize to the people who bought the PS3 version for not getting the Vita version, they're getting like another free game. So that's basically like 2 free games they're getting for the purchase of the one PS3 game.
It can only be put down to the lame programming, I guess, and restrictions on time limits, and they're kind of apologising for that reason, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's kind of like an apology and stuff. It's just like, I don't know, it just seems to happen more frequent now.
I don't know. I would say it's a good thing, in that at least they're doing something, but it's still...
Oh, yeah, I know.
Get the product right the first time. Stop fucking about. Stop being dickheads, you know. It's irritating. I don't need a patch for my game. You might need a patch for it, but I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to install extra stuff on my hard drive. I just want to get on with my game. It really irritates me.
Yeah. They should have did what, what the guys over that's making BioShock Infinite, like, delay the game. Yeah, that it sucks that it's getting delayed, but at least they know there's something wrong with it and they're fixing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
get it
prefer
right.
that too.
You've got to get it right on cart, if carts were still around. Or CDs for that matter. No, not exactly. Well, yeah, PS1 CDs. But yeah, you got to get if you don't get it right, then you're an asshole.
But yeah, it's pretty much what's happening. It's like, oh, they're like getting lazy and they're like, oh, we'll just patch it, whatever.
Well, you know what I think it is? Is just I think they're getting hounded to make a certain release date. Like
Yeah.
they're like, this has to be out before Christmas, otherwise, it's not going to do as well. So like, I could see why they're releasing these games as quickly as possible because they want to make that cash buck. Especially around Christmas, they want to make that Christmas money. And then yes, once the game's out, they can always go back and repatch it. Is that a good thing? Hell no. That's probably the worst thing you can do because you're going to piss a lot of people off. Especially with what's happening now with the SimCity people.
Yeah, it happened with, the error of, I forget, the 47, 57 something for Diablo 3. No, like, that took about probably a week to really get everything all fixed.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure they released that to make a certain date, so...
It happened with E.T.
E.T., the Atari 2600 game?
Yeah.
Really?
David something or other. He had a restricted timeline to make the game, and he got fucked over because he wanted to. He made Yard's Revenge, which is a pretty good game. He was restricted with E.T. He only had a certain amount of time to finish it, so that's why it was so bad. That's why it's deemed the worst game ever and blamed for the video game crash because he had such a short time period to finish it.
Yeah. They're like, oh, hey, we got deals to make an ET game. Let's have it out in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, he's a good programmer. And I spoke to him on MySpace years back. And, he basically said he got screwed over. He had such a short time to get it done.
Have you ever played the ET game?
Years and years and years ago, yeah.
Hmm.
I don't think it's as bad as people make out, but
it's alright. I just don't. I always forget what I have to do in the game, but
yeah, he got screwed on though. He had a time limit, and it's a shame because it could have been good.
Yep.
What else do you have, Techno?
Alright, God of War Ascension enables The Last of Us demo on May 31st. The demo for Naughty Dog's upcoming fungi-fueled survival game, The Last of Us, will be accessible on May 31st, 2013 through copies of God of War Ascension. The demo will be accessible through the front menu of God of War Ascension as Sony has previously revealed. We've contacted Naughty Dog for further clarifications as to whether this demo will be able to those without God of War Ascension. The Last of Us was originally due on May 7th until it was pushed back to June 14th worldwide. And that is it to that one. So
that's kind of cool. Is the demo on the disc or is it like a downloadable demo?
It doesn't say. It just says that it will be accessible or accessed through the front menu of God of War Ascension. So
it sounds like it's on the disc.
Yeah.
That's cool. I want to play that demo.
So we will all get this demo, right? It's not just... It's going to be on the store.
No, I think you have to buy God of War.
Oh. I really wanted to play that.
Well, it might come out on the store eventually.
Yeah.
It would make sense. You would reach more people that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. I was really looking forward to that. That was one of the games I was really looking forward to this year.
Yeah. It'll probably just be like one of those timed exclusive things. On,
Yeah.
you know,
So like, yeah.
God of War game. So.
When's the actual game supposed to be coming out?
God of War?
No, The Last of Us.
Oh, I don't know.
Last of Us were originally due on May 7th until it was pushed back to June 14th worldwide. So.
That's really not that far away, though.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not too bad.
That's what, maybe 3-4 episodes? Not episodes, months.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's not too long.
4 months left.
On to the last story, or news story of mine. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D is being developed not by Retro Studios, but by Monster Games. It looks like Donkey Kong Country Returns developer Retro Studios isn't returning for the 3DS remake. According to Australian Classification Board, the game is being developed by Monster Games, the studio behind the 3DS launch title Pilot Wings Resort. That leaves us with questions of what exactly Retro Studios is up to these days. Last year, Zelda creator I can't fucking pronounce that.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
Yes, there you go. I can say it, but when I see it typed, I can't. Yeah, for some reason, I don't know. But yes, that man sparked interest in the possibility of Retro handling a new Zelda game, though he later said that the studio is too busy for that sort of thing. Apparently, it's also too busy to port Donkey Kong Country Returns to 3DS, so in hope we can, we'll see, what's happening, and hopefully Retro is hard at work on a Metroid for the Wii U. Metroid game for the Wii U, which I hope is what they're doing. So yeah.
Yeah, I did read that, yeah.
I want the game. I don't care who makes it, I just want it.
Oh, Donkey
Kong.
Yeah.
Is this game going to be the exact same one that was on the Wii?
I would think so.
Yeah, it says a port, so...
They're just going to change the motion controls.
I never played it. Was it any good?
I liked it. It's hard, but it's good.
I heard it was hard.
Motion controls thing where you had to, move your Wiimote, up and down to, smash the ground. I'm like, no.
Yeah, they'll get rid of that stuff for the 3DS version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's good. It's good, but it's hard. It's that frustrating hard. It's like, oh, I know I can do this. Oh, I know I can do better. It's that good frustrating hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I probably will get this one on the 3DS.
But that's how all Donkey Kong Country games were. So,
so who wants to? You got any news stories, Cliver?
Yeah, I got 2. You guys remember a few weeks ago I said the people working on the My Little Pony Fighting His Magic got a cease and desist order?
Yeah.
Well, Lauren Faust, the creator of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, the cartoon, is joining the team of Main 6. Lauren Faust is going to apply the team with original characters, original costume designs, original backdrops, completely original, everything. The only thing that's staying the same is the movesets, because they already have them in there. The only bad thing about this is it's no longer going to be a My Little Pony game. It's going to be I don't know what it's going to be. It's going to be maybe either people or humans or goats or, whatever, but it's not strictly My Little Pony. So it's good that the game is being worked on and maybe finished and finalized, but it's bad that they're getting away from their core design that they originally wanted to do. Because originally it was a My Little Pony fan game, a fighting game fighting game, whatever. But yeah, I have Lauren Faust quotes. She quotes saying, "Hey guys, I am super psyched to be a part of this. I hope I can be a little part to help Main 6 finish up their game in a way that stays true to the spirit of the original, but in a way that can freely be shared. I hope you like what we come up with." So, and then a quote from Main 6 says, "It means that with Lauren's help, we are going to finish the game, but it is no longer going to be based on the My Little Pony franchise. It will have all new characters in a new setting while keeping the original moves, mechanics, and style of the game we wanted to make from the start." So, I don't know. They're making compromises, which, like I said, is good and bad. But since it's like no longer a My Little Pony, game, I don't know if I really want to play it now, but I don't know. I know you guys are not into this at all, but I don't know. It just, to me, it kind of sucks, but it's
Brony!
Yeah, that's right. But, I don't know. It's kind of cool, but it kind of sucks at the same time, I think. But the other news stories I have, and probably everyone's talking about this one, is Peta is attacking Assassin's Creed 4 for there's whaling in the game, and apparently Peta does not like whaling in video games.
I heard this.
I heard a little bit, but I didn't know what Assassin's Creed game it was for.
It's the fourth one, the Black Flag, yeah. The pirate one.
Yeah, which I can already tell you, I'm not to go on a different topic, but yeah, I mean, it was going to happen, I guess. I mean, if you have anything in there in a game about animals getting hurt, Peter's going to come knocking on your door. So
it's not even that. I mean, you look at Resident Evil 5 and everyone's going, it's racist, it's racist. Is it fuck racist? Get a grip. I mean, it's pathetic.
Well, it's like when they came out and did the old Pokemon thing, Cliver, a few months back?
They did it with Pokemon and they did it with Cooking Mama.
Yeah, I mean, I can kind of get it if there's real animals used. And yeah, okay, I get that to a certain extent, but Pokemon? Really? Come on. If you ever played the Pokemon games, they don't really exist. I hate to tell you, they're not real. I don't know. It just get a little silly.
Done. I'm going to commit suicide now.
Yeah.
I thought Bellsprout was a real character.
It gets a little bit silly. It does. Don't talk about Bellsprout to Steve. It's his favourite Pokemon.
I love Bellsprout. He rules.
But I have a quote here from Peta saying, "Whaling that it is, shooting whales with harpoons and leaving them to struggle for an hour or more before they die or are hacked apart while they are still alive may seem like something out of the history books, but this bloody industry will go on today in the face of international compendiums, and it's disgraceful for any game to glorify it. Peta encourages video game companies to create games to celebrate animals, not games that promote hurting or hunting them." I don't know, man. I don't play my games to purposely kill animals.
I don't think we all do, Cliver.
Well, what's funny is, like, it's kind of funny, like, I just reading this, that the new Tomb Raider game, that one you have to hunt animals to, like, stay alive and, like, feed off. You have to eat in that game.
Yeah.
And Far Cry 3, you have to kill animals in that game to craft things. Like, I have to kill a deer to make a wallet so I can carry more money.
Well, it's the same thing. It's like Skyrim. You get wolves and dogs come up to you. You've got to kill them. It's part of the game. It really does come back down to the people that protest against shooters. And they go, it's too much violence for our kids. The majority of sane, and I use that word lightly, sane people are playing these games simply because they want to play the games and they're fun. They ain't going to go out and either A, slaughter a dog, or B, kill somebody. So, I don't know. Just think it needs to be put into perspective sometimes. Video games get blamed for a hell of a lot.
Well, it's obviously Peta's just doing this to get more attention. You know, like they did with Cookie Mama and Pokemon. So, I don't know, but yeah, just like you, Joe, what you just said, like, I'm not going to play Assassin's Creed 4 and then go out and want to kill a whale. There's no way.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah. And the whole, like, hunting, I mean, that's pretty much how we first started, you know, life over here, is hunting.
Hunter-gatherers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, like I say, the majority of sane people know what these games are for, you know? I mean, the amount of games I've played, you know, with blood and gore in them, but for some reason, you know, I hate that stuff in real life. You know, I'm a decent, law-abiding citizen. I'm not going to go out and kill my next-door neighbour, even though I'd love to, but I won't.
I've killed mine.
And especially for a game like Assassin's Creed, like, these are games, like, based in history. It's not like you can go back and, like, take that out of the game, or take that out of history, just because you don't like it. I don't know,
Yeah.
There's so many different ways you can, like, look at it, but, like, yeah, you're not going to go out and kill animals because of a video game. Unless there's something seriously wrong with you.
Yeah.
So,
Like me.
And in that case,
like Steve.
like Steve, you shouldn't be playing video games if that's the case. You should be locked in a padded cell.
I should, it's a true story. Robert De Niro's going to play me.
But yeah, that's all I only had 2 news stories this time.
Well, I think Techno's pretty much taken all of mine, but I do have a few. They're not really news stories, but they're worth mentioning. Edge awarded Lego City Undercover a really, really, really poor review, like 5 out of 10, which is really disappointing to me, because if there was one game on the Wii U that was going to sell it to me, it was going to be that game. No, I don't go by reviews normally, but I don't know, 5 out of 10? I don't know, what do you think, guys? If you saw anything about this game?
I think the game looks good. It really looks... I haven't seen any reviews on the game, but it looks good. Like, what did the review say?
It just said it was a disappointing 5 out of 10. Just somewhere along the lines of basically it's not very as open as they thought it was going to be. So there was basically saying this game is pretty much a Lego Grand Theft Auto, which to me sounded awesome because I love the Lego games anyway, and it's very, very comical, and I like humour in a video game. But they just said, you know, it's very lackluster, there's not really much to it, and it's pretty much everything we've seen before. Which, yeah, okay, I don't mind it being something that we've seen before, as long as it's, you know, something just a little bit different. But, yeah, these reviews don't look promising. I don't know. Like I say, if there was one game that was going to make me buy a Wii U, it would probably be that.
See, I plan to get it on the 3DS.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if that game's got the, whether it's going to be the same sort of port over, or is it going to be a dumbed down version? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know, like, that review doesn't sound very, I don't know, it doesn't tell me anything, like...
Well, no, it's just, I don't know, it's just, like I said, like, I don't normally go by reviews, but it's not promising, put it that way.
Like, they say it's the same, they're doing the same stuff they did in previous games. See, that's what I like. You know, like, I like the previous Lego games. That's kind of why I like Pokemon. They don't change Pokemon at all, but they have, like, 6 generations of Pokemon games, and I keep buying them. You know, like, if you have something that works, stick with it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but at least add to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't produce like, what is it? I think, Lego Batman 2 was the first one that had voice acting in it. But it, you know, really, it's the same Lego game as Lego Star Wars and Lego Harry Potter.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think I'll listen to the review. I mean, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, they actually bring a demo out for 3DS, and if that's the case, if I like it, I'm going to get it no matter what. But yeah, I was hoping this game, you know, it got really, really high praise when it was at I forget what it was. Was it last year at E3? People were playing it, you know, and they, you know, said, oh, you know what, we played with it, we really, really enjoyed. So yeah, hearing this is a bit of a bummer. But we'll see. I've only really got one more. And this one I'm quite excited about. The first official Steam box is going to be launched this year. And they've actually given, you can pre-order from March the 18th. And if you pre-order, you'll get a $100 discount. So yeah, I mean, I think Techno, will you get one?
No, because
you've got it on the PC, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really... I don't really need one.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it though. I definitely am. I mean, is anybody else intrigued by it? The Steam box.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, it's you know what Steam is, right?
Nope.
Steam's for the PC. It's basically what a lot of PC gamers actually use to play the games now. It's just so you can download your games. It's very easy access. It's been going for years, Steam has. It's got a very big following. But they're basically they're basically just making a console now. So it's basically going to be called the Piston, and you can download games to it on your TV, which is a good thing because Steam are one of the very few that actually release full release titles at a discount price, which is why I like Steam, because you can't beat the prices on Steam.
Yeah, I've heard of it, but I've no idea what it is. I know it's related to gaming, but I just play my consoles, so I have no idea.
Well, that's what this is. This is a console that you can play on your TV.
Yeah.
Right.
It's basically like the Nintendo eShop, but, you know, not Nintendo, if you really think about it.
So it's just DLC.
Yeah, it's all digital download, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. Like, I don't play Steam. I've never used Steam, but it's kind of cool to have, you know, like if I bought it, I'm not saying I will, but like if I bought it, I'll be able to play the Steam games on my TV. That's kind of cool to think about, but for people who like to actually have physical copies of games, it's not really going to appeal to them. And that's probably pretty much the reason why I'm not going to buy this system, because I want physical copies of games. So yeah. even if I buy a game digitally on the eShop or, you know, the Xbox Live, you know, I download it, but I want to actually have the physical copy of that game as well.
Yeah, I'm completely in the same boat. I like having the actual cartridge and, you know, even stacking them up every now and again and taking a photo of them, that kind of thing. I know it sounds ridiculous, but that's just the way I am.
So yeah, that's all the news stories really. There hasn't been a lot really in the news this week, so.
Not really.
But are we done for news? Is everyone done?
I think so. Yep.
I tell you what, I do have. I have an awesome Jeopardy style quiz for you.
Yay!
Oh shit!
Oh snap!
So
I hope it's retro.
It kind of is and it kind of isn't. I struggled this week, guys, because obviously this is my first time I've done this sort of quiz. We've always done the truth or false one, so this one's been a bit. I did get Tom to help me slightly, so some of these actual questions are Tom's. So don't shoot me.
That's not
okay?
good. That is not good at all.
So right, if I'm understanding rightly, if I got it correct, there's 3 categories, all with 3 questions ranging from 1 to 3, right?
Right.
Okay. Right. Let me just get my questions up here. Okay. So there's 3 categories. The first one being Delta Lima Charlie.
Okay.
Right, that's the first category. The second question is portable palms. And the third category is controllers. Just very simply, controllers. So I guess I've actually got to come up with a buzzer sound. So you've got to say explosions as last week. Very simple. So yeah, who wants to go first?
Why don't you let Steve go first since he's the guest?
Okay, Steve, choose a category. Can you remember what they are?
No.
Okay, so you've got controllers, portable palms.
I'll go with portable palms.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Do you want to go for 1, 2, or 3 points?
3.
3. Okay, so you're going for the hardest one.
Yeah.
Okay. The Nintendo DS has an official headset which is compatible with all games that use the internet. But it was actually released alongside another game. Now, it was released in Japan, Australia, and America at the same time. But what game was it that was released with a headset?
Can I just Google it?
No.
No.
I don't know. I believe Siemens coming out on 3DS, but I don't know. I've not got a fucking clue.
Driver, Techno?
Explosions. I'll take it away.
Okay.
I'm gonna say like Pokemon Diamond.
No, that's not it.
Okay, Cliver?
Headset? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm not gonna answer.
Okay. Well, I'm actually gonna give Techno the points for this.
What? No.
Yeah. No, I am.
Fuck off. You can't do that.
Yes, I can, because he said Pokemon Diamond. And the actual game that was released with it was Pokemon Gold.
Pokemon.
A headset?
Yep. On the DS, remember? On the DS.
Yeah, I know what it is, but I got a little Pokewalker with my Pokemon Silver.
No. You didn't get it with the game. It was released alongside the game.
Oh, this game's rigged.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Techno, that question was for 3 points. You get a bonus 1 point.
Okay.
So he gets 4 points.
No, he gets 1 instead of 3.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you guys okay with this?
No, I'm going home.
Sure. Whatever. I'm good. I'm
Throw me
good.
toys
Let's
out
do
of the pram.
this. Techno, pick a category.
Let's go controllers. Balls deep. Number 3.
Number 3. Right. Okay. Right. First game to allow you to control the camera in the game.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
That's the question?
What?
What controller let you control the camera in the game?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, like you control the camera when you know, like Epic Mickey, that sort of thing, you control the camera.
Explosions.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
The Nintendo 64.
Yeah, first game.
Oh, you were looking for a game?
Yeah!
Oh, shit. Super Mario 64.
You are fucking right, my friend. You are. You got that right. How did you get that right?
I guessed.
That's very,
really?
Yeah.
Super Mario 64 was a release title.
Yep, the first game, believe me, I googled this, I Wikipedia'd this, honest to God, if it's wrong, anybody tell me, but honestly, all I could find was the first game to allow you to control the camera yourself in a game is Super Mario 64. So, yeah.
That's probably right. I was thinking Ape Escape, but
yeah, well, from what I can find online, that is the correct answer. So if anyone can pull me up on that, by all means do.
Super Mario came out before Ape Escape.
Depends what you mean. Resident Evil
was
Survivor, you control it with a gun.
The analog.
So yeah, ready for the next one? Cliver, you won that one, so you pick a category. Portable palm, controllers.
We'll do portable palm.
Okay. Do you want 2 or 1?
Well, 2, 1.
2?
1.
1. Sorry, okay. Right, the Sega Game Gear had 7 accessories. Name me at least 2.
Explosions.
Okay.
A screen.
By the way, you got to give me the exact name of these.
Oh,
okay?
fuck that.
Wait,
Gotta give
what
me
was
the
the
exact
I can
name.
do this.
I don't know the exact names. Alright, I'll pass on this one, sorry.
I can do this piss easy.
Okay, so say explosions.
Do you want me to roll with it?
Yeah, if you know it.
TV tuner, Master Gear.
Yep, he got it. Yep, that's correct. What was you going to say, Cliver?
I was gonna say like a rechargeable battery and a screen that, you know, magnifies the screen.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I would have said as well, but the actual names for them is like the battery pack 2, you've got the gear-to-gear cable, there's a power pack, the Master Gear converter, what Steve just said, the Game Gear TV tuner, and the super wide lens gear, which is the one you was looking for.
Yeah, I didn't know the actual names, but
Yeah.
I knew what they were.
Okay. So, the scores as follows are Cliver, you're still winning. You got 3 points.
Yay.
Techno, you got 1. Steve, you got 2.
Yeah!
Okay. So, Steve, you won the last round, so you get to pick again. So, you've got portable palms, one more question. You got controllers, and you've also got Delta Limo Charlie.
I'll go with the middle one.
So, the middle one was controllers again. Okay. Do you want a question 1 or 2?
We'll go with 2.
What year was the first analog joystick introduced?
The year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jesus.
I hope you're right on this, because it's really, really old.
I'm gonna say 1998.
Way before that, because the Amiga had them. I'm gonna go 86.
Are these all your final answers? Cliver?
Let's see, my answer is 87.
Okay, I can tell you that you're all wrong. The year was 1976. Believe it or not.
70. What system was that?
Yeah, the system is the Advanced Programmable Video System, which was one of the first actually had analog joysticks. But then for some reason they didn't carry them on for years and years and years, which is very, very strange because they actually worked.
Yeah, they're pretty good on the Amiga.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're back 86, 89-ish. I can't fucking remember anymore.
So let's go for, I don't know, no one won that one. So Techno, pick a category.
Okay, I'm gonna finish off portable palms.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Right. The Nintendo Game Boy SP was released in 2003, but in 2005, Nintendo released a backlit model, which is popularly known as the AGS 101 model. It came in pearl pink, pearl blue, and graphite, but there was also 2 exclusive Toys R Us backlit models. Can you name at least one of them?
Explosions.
Cliver, you was first.
Lime green.
Incorrect.
Explosions. Famicom and regular Nintendo.
Incorrect. You can carry on guessing if you want. I'll give you
Can
a
I
clue.
rock and roll?
Yeah, you can guess.
Famicom, Zelda.
Incorrect. Bear in mind, this is only the backlit model. It wasn't very, not a lot of people knew about it. There wasn't many of them released. And I'll give you a clue. Don't think about colour. Think about what limited edition they may have been.
It's Pokemon.
No? Okay, so there was a SpongeBob SquarePants.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's a Pikachu one, isn't there?
And yeah, Steve, you just got it. Pikachu edition. Yeah. So yeah. There was only ever 5 backlit AGS 101 models released, and they only came out in North America. They didn't come out over here in Europe. So yeah, again, no one got any right. So Clive, you're still winning. Yeah, but I'll give you 1 point then, Steve.
Yeah, you will.
So Clive and Steve are neck and neck. Okay, right. Steve, pick a category. All you've got left is 1 controllers and Delta Lima Charlie.
I'll go with Delta Lima Charlie.
Okay, do you want 1, 2 or 3?
I'll go with 2.
2, okay. Right, through the use of Nintendo Wi-Fi connection, users can download the DLC. The DS can... Oh, sorry, I've got that completely wrong. Can you name 1 title that uses DLC on the DS through the Nintendo Wi-Fi connection?
Inazuma 11.
You're actually right. It was one of them, but it was only later on that it actually introduced that. There actually wasn't many... there wasn't much DLC released on the DS, obviously, because you've only got a limitation to how much you can download. So once your system's full, that's it. You couldn't actually... This is on the original DS. This wasn't before they introduced SD cards. So, yeah. We'll go with Techno. You pick the last one. So you've got 1 more on controllers or 2 more on DLC.
Let's finish off controllers.
Okay. It's quite an easy one. This is for 1 point. What controller won an Emmy?
Wait, an Emmy?
Mm-hmm.
Explosions.
Cliver?
Isn't it the PlayStation DualShock controller?
You are correct, my man.
I should already just get started on...
Don't know why, it's just wank.
Next week's questions.
So yeah, there's 2 more questions left, and there's only DLC to pick. So do you want 1 for 3 points, or do you want 1 for 1 point?
We'll do the third one, the 3-pointer.
Okay. What system had the earliest form of digital distribution which allowed users to download games using a telephone line?
Is this for everyone?
Yeah,
it's for everyone.
If anyone knows it, just say explosions.
Explosions. Woo!
What is it, Steve?
It's the Commodore 64.
Incorrect. You're not far, I'll give you a clue though to everybody. It's not far off.
Explosions. I'm just gonna throw out my guess. The Sega Dreamcast. So,
No.
yeah, didn't think so.
Wasn't the first, no.
Explosions, the VIC-20.
Incorrect.
I think it has to be like some sort of computer.
It was a system that allowed you to download a service through the telephone line. Everyone give up?
Explosions, the Spectrum.
Super Nintendo.
No, I'll tell you what it was. It's Atari 2600.
What?
Yep, that was the very first system to allow you to download a service through their telephone line.
What was the service?
I don't know. Oh no, yeah, I do know actually. Before, yeah, I do know. It's called Game Line Service.
What do they do?
I don't know. I wasn't even alive, dude.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
Well, maybe I want to sign up for this service.
Yeah, I don't know. I just researched it. So, I think... Oh, have we got any more?
Should be one more.
Yeah, there's 1 more for 1 more point. So I'll just go ahead and ask this one. This one's a really, really easy one. What was Sega's first service called for downloadable content?
Sega Channel.
Yeah.
Then we've come to a dilemma because what do we do? Because Steve's actually won.
Yay! Congrats.
You rock! Woohoo!
So congratulations, Steve. You've actually...
You lose. I'm the winner.
So yeah, Steve wins with 6 points. Cliver, you got 4 points. Techno, you got 1 point.
The time! Who's got the time?
It's question time! Alright, well, first comment comes from Cameron D. Leo. He says, "Nah, man, it's not you, Clava. The game is just difficult. Being fairly well versed in the franchise, I can say it is one of the most difficult Fire Emblem games. It is generally frowned upon. Don't be afraid to let one of your least important units die. Also, at times, it's wise to take only the characters you need in battle. Other unnecessary characters that are brought into battle just weigh you down sometimes. Good luck." Well, thank you. Thank you for the advice. I'll actually be talking about this later on in games we've been playing. So, but yeah, thanks for the advice. It's good advice for you, Joe, because you haven't got the game yet.
No, I know. I will get around to that.
So,
I really want it.
it's a good game. It really is. As soon as you guys are able to get it, I recommend it.
I've pre-ordered it, so fingers crossed I do actually get it, because you never know these days, do you?
Yeah, it's kind of actually hard to find here in the States.
I think it's going to go like DLC eventually, so you're basically screwed for a hard copy.
It's already like that over there in the US, isn't it, Cliver?
Yeah, I think that's what Nintendo's trying to do with it. Like, they're trying to push the downloadable games only, because I think that's why you can't find it in stores, really, because they didn't really make that many. So, which is a shame, because like I said in previous times, so many times, I prefer physical copies. See, next comment is from Master Machete 909. He says, "You guys make my lunchtime a blast. Thanks, you dudes and dudette. Who is the host with the funny accent? Is it Clive or Techno?" And he revises it by saying, "Who is the host with the foreign accent? Is it Clive or Techno?" Well, my question is for Master Machete is, where are you in the world? Because if you're in England or Australia or Japan, then all of us would be foreign, wouldn't we? But I don't know. I live in Massachusetts of the United States. So if you live in the Massachusetts or live in the United States, I am not foreign. Techno, where do you live? Are you foreign?
I lived in Arkansas. You know, that state that everyone loves to joke about.
Alright, so also, if you live in the United States, Techno is not foreign. Joe, where do you live?
I live in a place called Nottingham, England, in the UK.
Okay, so if you live in the United States, Machete, Joe is the foreign one.
I'm the foreign one.
And if you live in Nottingham, then Techno and I are the foreign ones.
Yeah.
So there you go. That answers the question. But he also has a real question. He says, "I buy games in the wild a lot, like swap meets, thrift stores, and sometimes find a receipt in the case that I always keep. Is it just me, or do you guys do that too?"
Oh, I do that. I do that
You keep
a
the
lot.
receipt?
Yep.
I throw away the receipt because I didn't buy it at a store. It's not my receipt. I just throw it away.
Yeah, you don't get those in game cases over here, ever. Unless you probably buy a car boot or a jumbo sale or something, then yeah, maybe. But for the most part, I've never actually come across... Apart from when I bought on eBay once, I did buy Animal Crossing on the GameCube, and that had the original receipt in there, which was for like 39 quid, and I bought it for like 15 quid, so that kind of made me feel better. So I kept that one. But yeah, that's about it, really.
Do you get the stupid stickers on your manuals, though, in your shops?
On the manuals, no.
Yeah, we get, particularly where I am, you get stickers stuck to your manuals, as well as the box. So, you know, you've got double the hassle. Really, that really irks me. It drives me crazy. I don't know.
I think Game Station used to do that, and Game also. I don't know why they needed to do that, because what they usually do is they put a sticker over the barcode of what they're charging now. But then also inside the case, they actually put a sticker inside the manual as well, which is really weird, because they never take the manual out anyway and scan them.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You buy a second-hand game, and it's got the stupid barcode. Well, it is basically just a barcode, a tiny little sticker with a barcode on, stuck to your manual, and it really pisses me off.
And like, it's for collectors, you've got to be careful with that stuff, because, no one wants a ripped manual, do you know what I mean? So...
Yeah. For us, what they did, GameStop, they put a sticker on the front cover, usually with the price, and then they flip the case around on the back cover. They usually put another sticker covering the barcode. So, but never inside.
Yeah, this is actually stuck to the manual.
Yeah, that seems kind of stupid.
And it's not easy to get off. You can get it off if you're careful, but it's a pain in the arse. If it's a game you really wanted and you really like, and you open the box and you see it, it's guaranteed to annoy you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, our next comment is from Fat Mike. He says, MissRPGJo, can you whack One Direction over the head with an original Xbox, or shove a Vita up their ass?
Oh, I wish I could, dude. I wish I could. Yeah, One Direction, for anybody that don't know, is a British boy band over here that got made famous from a very popular TV show that I think you guys all know as well, X Factor.
It's shit!
Yes. I don't like them. I don't follow them, but I know a hell of a lot of teenage girls that do love them, and they're very popular over here. But yeah, I totally get where you're coming from, man. They are very annoying, and if I did see them on the street, I guarantee you I'd whack them over the head with an Xbox for you gladly. But yeah, so yeah, that's who they are.
Alright, well, he continues on by saying, Nintendo is going to send Kirby to get you while you sleep. Be careful what you say about the mighty N RPG Joe. Just kidding, LOL.
Oh no. Oh no. I will. I promise. I will. I love the big N. Don't you worry.
Alright. And he still continues on by saying, you need an online pass to play the multiplayer portion of the game. But if you do not have one, you are shit out of luck, I believe. You have to dish out $5 to $10 to get a pass. Maybe it is cheaper, but I only play the game for the epic single player. I don't know what game he's talking about.
He's probably talking about Uncharted 3.
Oh, with the free to play multiplayer?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still can't believe you had to pay to get online in that one. That's crazy. Let's see, but we have another comment from J Horse 508. He says, my friend just got back into the Saturn 2D powerhouse. He plays Daytona and Swagman. Cool, man. I've actually been playing my Saturn a lot too. I fucking love my Saturn, dude. So, I actually went out today to try to look for more Saturn games at our old retro store, but they didn't have any. I got Dreamcast games instead.
Yeah. I have to ask you, how much did you get MVC2 for?
40.
40?
Yeah, I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for 40 and Marvel vs. Capcom for 25.
Yeah. The first one's not that expensive, but...
Okay, and then Skies of Arcadia I got for 35 as well. Alright, well, we have two more people with comments, but these are for our PlayStation 4 episode ago that we did 2 weeks ago. So these are kind of old, and I just missed them last week. But for our PS4 episode, Pete Dor says, great episode. I was very interested in hearing your thoughts on the PlayStation 4. Can't say I agree with everything you guys said, but still entertained to listen to as usual. Keep in mind that Media Monocle tech demo of sculptures and the puppet banned were just tech demos on what will be possible in the future and not an actual game. Then he continues on by saying, you should get Dan on an upcoming episode when he's not too busy so he can give his thoughts or give us an update on what he's been up to. So yeah, he liked us, but he doesn't agree with us. So
Should we kind of announce that whole thing?
Go for it, dude.
Well, guys, like Pete said, we should get Dan on, and he will be on our next live episode, which will be 75, right, Clava?
Right.
And
Hell yeah!
I don't even know when 75 is going to happen, so because
April 5th.
April 5th? Okay.
April 5th. It's a Friday.
All right. That's good.
Outstanding.
And hopefully we can, like, capture him in a cage so he couldn't, leave us again.
That is a very good idea.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right, well, our last comment is also for the PlayStation 4 episode, and this is from Comeback Kid, and this is kind of lengthy, so bear with me. He says, seems that the podcast has been taking a turn since MissRPGJo has joined. I know everyone likes her, and I'm not trying to bash, but every episode she has been in since takes a turn to Nintendo bashing or complaining. For being such a Nintendo fans in quotes, there's an awful lot of bitching going on. We get it. Nintendo's online is lacking and downloadable games need to be tied to account names. But what average person goes through 5 3DSs? If you can afford to keep buying every 3DS redesign in every color, then you can afford to rebuy your downloads. These kind of problems are visible in every system, even your precious Xbox. He says RROD. What does that stand for?
Red Ring of Death?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Red Ring of Death.
Red Ring of Death. Okay. Okay, so your precious Xbox, Red Ring of Death, never having good sales, charging $10 to $15 for a game you can get cheaper on iPhone, Stream, etc. Sony requiring memory card, shitty online and interface. I'm not a fanboy as I love Nintendo and Microsoft, but every system has their share of flaws and should be equally analyzed. Despite how much I love the 360, it isn't all puppy farts and rainbows. Moving on. P.S. I am somewhat a new listener and love the podcast. Not trying to complain, but simply offering some criticism. Responses.
Okay.
Leave her alone.
I guess I should go because a lot of that was directed towards me, and I don't take any offence whatsoever. Who's the guy, by the way, that left the comment? What's his name?
You gotta fight him.
Fight!
Oh no, I'm not going to fight him. He brought up some good points. I'm just going to respond to them. So, what's his name?
It's Comeback Kid.
Comeback Kid. Right, I know who you are. I'm not going to touch on everything because, I mean, I will touch on the what normal person goes through 5 3DSs. Now, that I do find a little bit offensive, simply because if you listen to the last podcast, you'll know that 2 of my 3DSs actually broke, so that wasn't my fault. And as for the other 3 that I have, I've only ever brought 2 more, and I can't afford to go out and buy a new 3DS every time they bring out another colour or another variation. If you're like myself, usually what people do is they will trade in what they already own, i.e. I already had a 3DS, so I traded it in, and I only needed to pay 30 quid towards it. Now, 30 quid isn't a lot of money at all to pay towards a new console, so that's how I, get new 3DSs. Yes, I guess it's a little bit eccentric, when you think to yourself, a lot of people can say, a 3DS is the same as what anything else, it's the same one that came out on launch. Yeah, it is. But we all have our own little quirks, and we all have our own little things that we like to collect. Mine happens to be 3DSs. Big deal. That's what I like to collect. So that's my answer to that. If I want to buy 600 million 3DSs, I will. So that's the only thing that I took a little bit offence to. Apart from that, everything else says is bang on the money. You know, every other system has got its flaws. Yes, the Xbox had the red ring of death. I've never ever encountered one, to be perfectly honest with you, never at all. And I've owned Xboxes from launch up until now, so I can't actually comment on that. I know it's annoying for people that it has happened to.
Yeah, but
Fair
that's
enough.
through their own stupidity because they leave them on the carpet and they overheat.
Well, a lot of people do. A lot of people leave them upright, which you shouldn't. But then again, you know, Microsoft should have said that. I understand. You know, they should have said, you should leave them mainly flat right. But the very first one that came out, I know had a lot of problems. I know it did. Yeah, the PS3's got its flaws as well, and I don't think the sun shines out of Xbox's arse. Believe me, I really, really don't. I know they've got flaws as much as every system going out there, but for what I want from a console, I can honestly say, hand on heart, they haven't disappointed me. Now, I know a lot of people have gripes with the 360, and they may say it's got adverts and stuff, which I need to ask people that say that the Xbox is full of adverts. You need to tell me where these adverts are, because there's like one advert per page, and it's in a very, very, very small part of the screen. If you don't click on it, you don't get it. So for people that are listening, that the adverts annoy you on the 360, please explain why, because they really aren't a big deal in my eyes. But that's another thing.
Are they different for UK?
I have no idea, but I've listened to a few.
Because when I'm on my dashboard, they're all over the place.
Oh God, no, not on mine.
They take up at least 60% of the screen.
I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. It must be different. But it can't be, because I've listened to a few people that said in the UK they've also got it too. I don't understand where I am not seeing these adverts. There's like one tiny advert. You know, the dashboard has got like the square effect, and in the very bottom corner there's like one little advert for like Netflix or something, and if you click onto it, it'll start playing, but only if you click onto it. So I don't understand where people get annoyed by these adverts, because it really doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, that's one thing. What else did he touch on? I can't remember.
Red Ring of Death, never having good sales, charging $10 to $15 for games cheaper you can get on iPhone. For PS3, he's mentioned the memory cards, shitty online interface. Yeah, that's it. He didn't say anything about the Wii.
I think, I guess pretty much what I want to say to him is, I know it does come across a lot that I do have a lot to say about Nintendo, but there's only one reason for that, and that's not because I hate them, because Nintendo are always at the forefront for me. They win hands down over anyone, because I'm more of a handheld gamer, and they will always thrive in that market when it comes to handhelds. The only reason it comes across as if I moan about them a lot is because I want them to succeed. I want them to do well. I want them to come out and piss over everybody else.
Yeah, you don't want another Sega, do you?
Yeah, exactly. I want them to look, this is what we can do. But yeah, I know. I completely agree with him. I do agree with Comeback Kid. When I listen back to the podcast, and sometimes I think, God, it sounded like I was really moaning about Nintendo, and it's not because I hate them. I really, really don't. I will defend them. I really, really will. But I want them to do good, and I want them to thrive. And if they don't have to be the best, I just want them to do better. So this is why I moan about them, because they are what is more in my mind, more than Xbox and PlayStation, because them two are already doing okay on their own. I just want Nintendo to do well, and I'm sick of people hating on them. And although sometimes it might sound like that I am, it's not because I hate them literally, it's because I want them to do well. So yeah, Comeback Kid, I don't hate Nintendo. They're my favourite. And I agree with what you're saying. But yeah, that's my response to that. You got anything to add, guys?
Yeah, I think I do. I think, basically, I've kind of noticed that we kind of, bash something, either Nintendo, Sony, whatever, every episode. But I think that's because I think we bash things just because we don't like what, it's not how we would design something, take the PlayStation 4 example. We bashed that a lot. It's like, I complained about the the share button. Like, I don't think I'm gonna use the share button all that much. That's because I wouldn't, like, if I designed the PlayStation 4, I probably wouldn't include the share button. I don't see the point in it. It's very cool to others, but to me, I'm not gonna use it as much.
Yeah.
It'll be great for, like, streaming, but I don't stream that much, so of course I'm gonna complain about the share button.
The thing is, when it comes to bashing, what people have got to remember when they listen to this podcast, and this isn't derogatory in any way whatsoever for people that are listening, we aren't professionals. We're just a bunch of guys sat around talking
Techno's
about...
professional.
Well, yeah, Techno's professional, I'll give him that.
Okay.
But yeah, we're just a bunch of guys sat around talking about what's been in the news that week, what we've been playing. We're not here to give a review or, say, well, PlayStation we like this and Xbox we like this and Nintendo we like this. We're all going to have our personal opinions on things, guys. And that's what a podcast is. We're not journalists. We're not here to do a debate as in what's the best console. We literally give our thoughts and our reactions as to what's been on our mind that week. And what's been on our mind last week might not be on our mind this week. Hence why, last week Nintendo really pissed me off with the download thing. But this week, I've been enjoying Nintendo. Doesn't mean I hate them. So when we do go off on these spurts and these rants and we say, oh, PlayStation's really fucked me off this week, don't take it literally. We're just shooting the shit. We're a bunch of guys sat around having a laugh. We're not trying to be professional here. It's as simple as that. I'm sorry to be harsh, but that's what I listen to a bunch of podcasts. I listen to a load. And there's a lot of things that people say on these podcasts that I don't agree with, but I wouldn't dream of leaving a comment of like a bad, say, well, you're wrong on this and I don't agree with you on this. I would never dream of doing that. I would leave a comment and say, like what Pete Dorr did. I really enjoy listening to the podcast. I don't agree with you, but this is what my opinions are. That's my opinion anyway. What do you guys think?
I'm kind of going with what you just said. It's like, we're not professionals. We're just three ordinary people, three friends, just sitting around talking like normal, The unedited podcast that, we go through, there's been like 15, 20 minutes of us not saying a damn thing, all silence,
Yeah.
And that stuff is kind of edited out, to make it more convenient. We're not professionals, there might be times where we don't say anything at all, but we're just three friends. We get together once a week, and yeah, we just talk about shit. We could talk about fucking, I don't know, what food we like. We just happen to pick video games because we all love video games, so. But yeah, we talk about whatever. Yeah, pizza. Yeah, pizza is a good one, but.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I say, we just talk about what we want, and I hope that some people find it quite interesting. I mean, come back, kid. Seriously, nothing personal whatsoever. I really do appreciate your comment. I really, really do. And for the most part, what you brought up was very, I do dog on Nintendo a lot. I do, even though I love him. But thanks for your feedback. Definitely.
I agree with you. It's like the 3DS has been a big disappointment to me. I'm basically playing Star Fox, Zelda, games I played on the N64, and there's nothing much else out there. And I'm dying to get my hands on
Animal Crossing.
Fire Emblem, and it's not out yet though, is it?
No.
Precisely. It's another repeat though.
Well, that's another thing right there. It's just like, we live in different regions of the world. So like, I'm going to be talking about Fire Emblem, but Joe can't play Fire Emblem because it's not out in the UK. So like, yeah, I can see why she would be frustrated with the 3DS, where I'm loving the 3DS. It's just, you got to take in consideration there's different styles of people, and of course people live in different parts of the world. So, that affects people. So
yeah,
how big is your collection though? I mean, what you're looking at? 10 games?
My 3DS collection?
Yeah.
I got like 30 games.
Oh, right, cool. Because I've
Yeah,
only got like 5, and I'm not a happy man, to be honest. I've got 60. I am pretty stringent with what I only want good stuff. Your idea of good
You've
stuff.
got 30 games, Cliver, really?
I'm counting them right now. Let me check.
I'm kind of playing shit I've already played.
I mean, I'm a big advocate of the 3DS. I think it's really come into its own in the last year. I think the games on it are thriving, but it just depends what you're after. I mean, I've had a lot of people on Facebook who have
it's all been done before.
Well, yeah, you see, it really does depend what sort of gamer you are, because like a lot of the games that were done, say on the N64 and the ones that are being rehashed on the eShop, I never played. So they are new games to me. But as like for the likes of yourself that have already played these games, I can totally understand where you're coming from, because you're going, well, I've already played this. You know?
Exactly. I mean,
I never
put
played
Mario
Ocarina
Land
of
on
Time.
there. Played that a million years ago.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, to be honest, the Mario series has gone down for me as well. I mean, I even sold my copy because, well, it just didn't do anything for me. But, like, when people are saying, like, there's nothing for it, I mean, I've got probably about 10 games for my 3DS, and I'm more than happy. And within the next 3 weeks, I'm probably going to have another 2 games. I'm going to get Fire Emblem, and I'm also going to get Devil Survivor Overclocked, which comes out here in the UK for the first time. I know you guys in the US have had it for a while. I've never played a Shin Megami Tensei game before, so I'm looking forward to that. But
what about Castlevania?
I'm not bothered about that at all. I mean, you'll have to speak to Cliver about that, because Cliver actually enjoyed that, didn't you, Cliver?
Well, first off, I have exactly 30 games. I just counted them.
Right.
But yeah, I have Castlevania. I did buy that, but I have not played the game. I've only played the demo, and I really enjoyed the demo. Mainly because it reminds me a lot of God of War, and I love God of War. Now, Joe, you don't like God of War. You didn't like the demo, right?
I really didn't like the demo, but I can see why you do. It looks lovely. It plays really, really well, but the actual game itself just isn't for me. But that isn't me saying it's a bad game. I think, Steve, you'd actually probably enjoy it.
Maybe. I've played...
Download the demo.
Yeah,
see what
I
you
will
think.
do. But I'm just wondering. I mean, me and Holly, as you no doubt know, dogging my lens. She doesn't like it, and generally we are very on the ball with regard to what we like, and we're pretty similar. She didn't like the demo either.
Yeah, I talked to her a lot too. So, but she doesn't like it because it's like God of War. So it's just, people like different things. So
yeah, but I really, really do like Castlevania as a franchise. The Game Boy ones are brilliant. The DS one was good. The Dawn of Sorrow one, even though you've got to do the silly stylus crap, I still liked it. So I'm just wondering whether I'll give it a whirl. I'll play the demo. I've not played it yet, but I'm hoping it's not, all 3D and stupid and messy and have done silly things with it. I was hoping for a side-scrolling whip 'em up, if you will.
it is a side-scrolling. I think you're gonna enjoy it, but that's all our questions. We didn't hardly have any questions, but that's basically all the comments that people have listened for the last 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you everyone.
I think we had a question on Facebook for Steve.
Did we?
Yes.
All right, say it, because I didn't see that one.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, yeah, we've got a question from Mike, Sinister Moon, and he has, Steve, what's going on with your arcade projects at the moment?
I have just completed my MVS Neo Geo cab, which you can see on Twitter under Game Boy 41. And other than that, I'm not planning on doing anything much other than maybe a few mini cabs using Game Boy Advances. Maybe a GameCube, I'm not sure yet.
Do you play your MVS quite a lot?
Yeah, totally.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
It took you quite a while to build it, didn't it?
Yeah, it's just because I'm a lazy bastard. But yeah.
It looks pretty sweet though. I've seen the photos. It looks really cool.
Yeah, it's only little and it's quite portable because you can take the television off the top. So it's basically just a big box arcade machine. That's it, and it's got a 161-in-1 multi-cart in there, so I don't have to keep switching the cartridges out. I mean, I can put a cartridge in there, but I've got the 161-in-1 in there, so it's completely pointless. So it's done. It's done. It's an arcade machine, and the front button you press allows you to reset. If you hold it in, I believe it's about 20 seconds, and then you can switch to another game and go through a list. So I could go from Metal Slug to, say, Fatal Fury to World Heroes to King of Fighters 94 or whatever the hell I want to play.
Sweet.
But yeah, it plays like a dream. It's good fun.
Guys want to get in games we've been playing? And then we can wrap it up.
Yep.
Techno, what have you been playing?
Oh, I've been playing some Uncharted, the first one. And then I played some Ratchet and Clank on the collection, the first Ratchet and Clank HD.
Oh,
and I played some Super Street Fighter 4. And I played a little bit of Mega Man 9. I think I got that no, I bought that, yeah. Or no, I played 10. Yeah. Played a little bit more of 10. I bought that whenever it came out. I've finished that, and yes, I did play it on easy because I'm a bitch. And I am not 10 years old anymore. If I was 10 years old, I could probably beat it, but yeah, my whole gaming thing has gone down since I've gotten older. And I played a little bit of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on the Dreamcast. And that is it for me.
I've been playing a lot more Ni no Kuni. I haven't finished it, but that's my own fault that I haven't finished it. I chose not to, simply because I got right to the end, to the point where you know where the last boss is going to be. And I decided not to go further, and I decided to actually stick with trying to complete all the bounty hunts and all the side missions. And I got so suckered into doing that, I just completely lost like 10 hours to doing that. So my characters have really leveled up a lot. So I think by the time I do get to the last boss, I'm just going to be able to completely breeze through it, hopefully. So yeah, I've been playing more of that. I touched upon, I was playing the GBA game Kura Kura Kurin, what Steve suggested for me. More Style Boutique, obviously. I played a little bit of Sonic All-Stars Racing on the 360 again with some friends. Played a little bit with you, Cliver, before we started the podcast.
Yep.
Oh, and I did pop in Dragon Quest 4, which I said would be my next RPG on the DS. And I didn't want to start playing that game until I got the strategy guide for it. And I think I touched upon this last week when we got into the merchandise about what we like to collect for. And the Dragon Quest strategy guides, some of them are so ridiculously expensive. And as soon as we got off that podcast last week, I thought, right, I'm going to buy one of them, you know, just for like, so I can start playing this game, because I like my strategy guides when I'm playing RPGs. And I found one, brand new, but I had to import it from the US, and it was from Amazon.com, brand new. And I managed to get it for £16, which isn't too bad, because if I was going to buy it over here second hand, it probably cost me about 30 quid. So I got it basically half price. So that's the game I'm jumping into next. Played a little bit of F1 Race Stars on the PS3, because I've got that on PlayStation Plus. Really enjoying that game. Really, really good game. It's a really, really cool little kart racer. I really, really like it. Yeah. I think, oh, a bit of To the Moon on Steam. Played more of that. I still haven't finished it, but I'm really enjoying the story. Yeah, that's it for me, I think.
Steve, what about you?
I've got quite a few games that I've done, DLC type stuff. What do you call it when you go into the game shop and you buy the games? Is it just PlayStation?
Yeah, the PlayStation Network.
There's Gunman Clive. That's pretty kick-ass. I'd highly recommend that. I got the MK Collection, which has got Mortal Kombat 1, 2 and 3 on. And I believe they're all online. I've played one online. I don't know about the other two. Street Fighter HD Remix. Obviously Heavy Rain. I've mentioned that about 6 billion times. Probably boring the shit out of people with that. Quite a lot of Red Faction, the Guerrilla one. I had a quick whirl on God of War 3 this morning. And something slightly different. As in, I think they're all PS3 games. Ghost Trick on DS, which a mate of mine sent me, as well as World Heroes 2 on the Neo Geo. That's pretty much me.
Let's see. Well, for me, I beat Fire Emblem, or at least the main campaign of Fire Emblem. That's good. Very, very, very fucking difficult at the end. But going back to, let's see, who left the comment? Cameron, D. Leo, he was talking about how difficult Fire Emblem was, and yeah, it is difficult, and it did get to the point where I just kind of like, you had like a team of like, I think like 15 people, and you were left with like 2 empty slots, so I kept filling those 2 empty slots with just like random characters that I just didn't care about, and if they died, they died. I didn't give a shit about. And I ended up using them as decoys. I really did, or targets or something. I would move them out to a certain position, and I knew like the computer AI would attack these characters, and it would bring your enemy out into the open, like so you could run up and kill them from behind. And that strategy actually worked out pretty well. So so anyone playing Fire Emblem is having difficulty losing characters you love, well, put in some characters you don't love, and kind of like don't like just send them out randomly into the battlefield, but like put them in positions where you'll know that the bad guy or the enemy will attack those characters. They'll probably kill them in one shot. That's fine. That's kind of what you want them to do. But it brings your enemy out in the open where you can attack them with your main force. And I found the game quite easy once I started doing that. The only problem is if you start running out of characters that you don't care for, it's going to get a little difficult. But yeah, the game's good. I really enjoy the game. The story is amazing. I love the ending. And, it has a lot of replayability. I'm still playing the DLC, and I'm still playing my friend's army that I get through Street Passes. So it's a great game, great replayability. I recommend it to everyone. I've already done that too. So, let's see, the next one I've been playing, I've already mentioned Naruto Powerful Shippuden. And this game is fucking hilarious. If you guys love the Naruto anime, you're going to love this game. And it's incredibly funny. Like I said before, they break the fourth wall where, like, Sakura, if you guys know the characters of Naruto, like, Sakura will ask Naruto how she looks. And Naruto will say something, well, you look kind of fat. Well, Sakura will say, like, well, that's just because of the art style of this game, so they totally break the fourth wall, they know they're in a game. And, yeah, it's just wicked fun and hilarious. And basically it's a pick up and play game. Each mission kind of takes somewhere between a minute to about 5 minutes at a time. So if you like that type of game where you just play whenever you can, go for it. The only thing I will say is if you are watching the anime for the first time, or you've never seen the anime, it does give spoilers to the anime, so if you don't like to be spoiled, you might not want to play this game. But otherwise, play it, enjoy it. I love this game. It's a great game, and it's quite hilarious. The last few games. Joe, you already mentioned we played Sonic All-Stars Racing before the podcast. We totally suck online.
Yes, we do.
but yeah, we're great during the single player.
Yeah.
But yeah, we totally suck online. So.
I would like to actually add, if anybody else got this game on the 360, definitely hit us up, because there is an option to play online with just like a group of you. And I think it would actually be better if you've got like a group of people you're actually playing with instead of just random people. Because we've just been getting annihilated, dude, online.
Well, I think the problem with that, though, is like, and I mentioned it to you while we were playing the game, is like, I've been playing the 3DS version of the game, and then going back to the 360 version of the game, the controls are like totally different. Like, you know, like the driving on the 360 is, what is it? It's like R trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the 3DS it's not. So it's just like, so yeah, you gotta get used to the controls if you're switching between both consoles.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun.
But yeah, it's still a good game online, just as long as you don't suck.
You know, well, we're not doing all that great, and we're still having a ball with it. So, you know, even if you do suck, you're gonna have fun with that game. So.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but the last couple games is I've been going back all retro. I've been playing a lot of Dreamcast. I've been playing, especially the Star Wars pod racing game on the Dreamcast. Playing that a lot, dude. Oh my god, the controls are so spot on. The graphics are really good for their time. They're good now, actually. So I'm really enjoying the Star Wars pod racing game on the Dreamcast. I just picked up today Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I didn't put a lot of time into those, but I just popped them in just to see how they play, how they look, and dude, they look fucking awesome. I love Capcom fighters. They're so awesome. But yeah, I just been playing those 3 games on the Dreamcast, so and that's about it really. Just those games, so
cool.
So but yeah, that's about it. So you guys want to end it right here?
Sure.
Steve, you want to, one more time, you want to just tell people where they can find you, what, you know, what you're all about and stuff like that? So.
Not really, no.
No? All right. Well, we want to thank you for being on the podcast anyway.
All right, cheers, Mel. Appreciate it. Had a laugh.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you, Steve.
No worries.
Techno, say thank you.
Thank you.
There you go. I knew you could do it.
Cheers, Techno.
But yeah, that is episode, what, 60, no, 72. 72 of the President Broadcast. So, yeah, everyone say goodbye.
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 Joe.
Hello.
My style, your fashion stylist game.
Yeah.
The demo's just finished downloading.
Just.
I know, just. Well,
See,
I just checked it.
That's how much of an epic game it is. It's that long.
Well, it probably finished earlier, but I'm just checking them now.
Get that shit downloaded and play it.
Oh, I'm playing it right now, actually.